My name is Isaac Khumalo, and my tale is the story of Afrox. I was born on the 1st of April, 1927. The first day Afrox first opened its doors for business at 99 Park Road, Johannesburg. My father, Joseph, was the first of many Khumalos to work for what started out as Allen Liversidge Industrial Gases, with its main focus on oxygen and acetylene. He often told me how the Park Road offices were unhealthy and unpleasant, being right next to a livestock yard. At the time, my father was the office courier for Afrox's first managing director, an Englishman named Harvey Shacklock.
It was under Harvey Shacklock that African Oxygen, as we were known in 1931, established a network of branches in South Africa and Rhodesia.
Visionary by all accounts. He liked to amuse us children with the story of how Mr. Shacklock moved the company headquarters to Germiston in 1929. As he couldn't stand the filth and flies and how not even fly screens held. That move was really the start of Afrox, a company where everyone felt like family. The 1930s saw a great deal of expansion, and my hard-working father was promoted to head courier. He dealt with posts from Afrox branches as far afield as Dar es Salaam, Mozambique, Nairobi, and the UK. In 1935, British Oxygen bought our business. The company was growing, but this was disrupted by World War II in the 1940s, when our welding expertise were used to train 5,000 welders for the South African Army. The 50s saw me following in my father Joseph's footsteps when I joined Afrox as a young man. It was a decade of change. Our company name changed from African Oxygen Acetylene to African Oxygen Limited. We also launched the household brand Handygas, opened the gas equipment factory where I worked.
Not until 1963 that we moved seriously into the local manufacture of equipment. A factory was built at Germiston to manufacture manual gas welding and cutting equipment.
And we launched the Sapphire gas cutting range. Oh, yeah. By this time, Afrox was my life. And as the company grew, so did my good fortune. I met and married my wife, Stella. And we were soon blessed with Olile, our son. The 1960s saw more change. BOC wanted to share our success with more South Africans and launched the company on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. At R1.15 a share, the offer was so appealing that the demand for Afrox shares was more than what was available, oversubscribed 32 times. With a growing customer base and demand for LPG, Handygas filling facilities at branches opened from Cape to Copperbelt, with 300 distributors in operation, and a liquid oxygen plant was commissioned in Germiston, as well as a CO2 plant in the Cape. We also opened the new branches in Durban, Cape Town, and Vanderbijlpark. It was busy times for us all. The 70s were a special time for the Khumalos. Olile joined Afrox in time to see the 3 million rand electrode factory built in Brits, and the ASU opened at Highveld Steel. The EasiQ range of gas and arc welding equipment was launched, and we opened our doors in Botswana. By the way, the Vanderbijlpark branch was the first to approve a housing loan for a black member of staff, which was extraordinarily progressive for the times. Stella and I welcomed our first grandchild into the world. Lebohang, a true blessing. The 1980s saw Afrox enter the healthcare market, owning a number of hospitals which it was to grow into a formidable group. We also launched Potter Park, still a market leader in gas welding equipment today. And Afrox purchased a Liquid M Namibia for 1.2 million rand. The 1st of April 1990, marked my retirement, but not the end of the Khumalo family ties to Afrox. Xolile was now working at the new Rhodocop LPG bulk depot. Afrox Park, a self-rescue device to save lives of our brothers in the mines, was launched. And Afrox opened a new argon plant in Pretoria and an ASU in Witbank. Our community involvement program, Bumbanani, to help underprivileged children was launched, later praised by the United Nations as an example of modern corporate social responsibility. By 1999, Afrox Healthcare was launched on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, and my granddaughter, Lebohang, the first university graduate in the family, thanks to an Afrox bursary, joined the company much to my and her father Xolile's delight. The millennium decade was one to remember. Good and bad befell us all in these years. It started so well. Afrox investing in 2 hydrogen plants. 2002 saw a celebration of 75 years in business. And in 2004, the company launched its employee wellness program. Afrox Healthcare was sold in one of the largest black economic empowerment deals of its time. And Jamestown received a 100 million rand facelift, where Walebogang was a manager in operations. Thank you. German company, the Linde Group, took over ownership of Afrox after buying out BOC. They brought with them new ideas, technology, and expertise. Nothing can beat the combination of German technology and African innovation. In 2007, at the height of optimism in the country, a record 1 billion rand investment program was planned. However, the calamity of the global financial collapse of 2008-2009 and prolonged recession that followed, Afrox had to act to curb costs in the face of falling demand. Restructure followed restructure. It was hard times for Afrox with the highest MIRs recorded. Still, the Afrox spirit of doing what it takes, rather than just what is convenient, and the strong focus on putting safety at the foundation of everything we do, carried the organization forward. Well, 2010 saw the MIG wire plant at Brits close, and the commissioning of a new ASU in Pretoria in 2012. A number of products were also launched. The Afrox Park 35i self-rescuer for our miners, and the Smooth Flow, the next generation in gas regulators. That year, my son Xolile retired, ending his 40-year career as a respected Afrox tanker driver. In 2014, the company launched a top-to-bottom restructure called SWIFT, breathing life back into the business. Furthermore, a new hydrogen plant at Pelindaba was commissioned, an ASU in Port Elizabeth to service the Eastern Cape customers, a new service hub at River Horse in Durban, plus the launch of Afrox eShop for convenient online customer shopping brought renewed vigor to sales. To the delight of every Khumalo, my granddaughter Lebohang was promoted to head office in Selby in 2016 as a manager in human resources, and how proud we are of our accomplishments. The company's performance that year reminded me of Afrox's blue chip days. While having gone through challenges, won as a true iconic African company through the collaboration and commitment of all teams. Now 2017 is upon us, and on this day, the 1st of April, I celebrate my 90th birthday, as does my beloved Afrox. Family, friends, and colleagues, confident of the future. I a bright one for the next generation of South Africans who will build and lead Afrox